first episode, I was hooked. It's so good. I gotta move on. The way it ended though, what was that? Like, Bridgerton. Hey guys, it's Joselle. Welcome back to my channel. So first off, if you're new here, please subscribe. I promise you'll enjoy it here. And yeah, let's just get into it. So today I'm going to be showing you my favorite Netflix shows. I have quite a few shows that I enjoy on Netflix, and there's probably some that I'm even forgetting. So I'm going to just give you like my top 10 to 15 shows. I haven't even decided which ones I'm going to talk about, so give me a second. I'll be right back. This is hard. I have so many here that I want to talk about, but I don't want this video to be too long. I'm gonna leave it at these 15, and then I'll come back and do a part 2 if you guys would like to see that. So the first show I want to talk about is Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy is so good. My best friend Andrea, she told me to watch this show, and she was like, I don't think you're gonna like it. And I was like, you know, I probably won't like it, but we'll see. First episode, I was hooked. It's so good. Basically, these kids were born on this certain day in October, and they're all born with powers, right? And so this one guy, Reginald Hargreaves, he adopts 7 of them and makes them his own little crew of superhero kids called the Umbrella Academy. It's honestly so good. I'm someone that didn't really watch superhero stuff growing up. I'm just now getting into Marvel because of WandaVision. WandaVision is also an incredible show, but that's on Disney Plus. But I'm just now getting into Marvel and superhero stuff, so I didn't really watch superhero things growing up. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this, but oh, it's so good. I love it so much. I cannot wait for season 3. It's gonna be so great. The cast is amazing. I love their chemistry on and off screen, and it's just such a great time. So definitely get into Umbrella Academy. Next, we have Dear White People. Before you try and cause drama in my comments, please don't even do that. I'm not gonna sit here and explain to you why Dear White People and Dear Black People are 2 different things. That's not what I'm about to do today. If you can't comprehend why those are 2 different statements, Google it. Google is free. Dear White People is such a good show because it's not a show hating on white people like some people would think it is. It's really not. It has all different types of people on the show. It's not black people saying, I hate white people, da, da, da. Like, it's such a good show. It is so funny. Also, the soundtrack is incredible. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Like, the show just looks beautiful and so aesthetic. Like, I love it. The cast is blackity black black. I love the storyline, honestly. Please don't be dense. You're like, well, Dear White People did it. No, we're not doing that here. We're not doing that over here. Like, if you can't understand why Dear White People and Dear Black People are 2 different statements, you need to Google it. So I'm not going to explain it to you here. Not here. Not me. But yeah, Dear White People, such a good show. Such a beautiful show. Beautiful cast. Beautiful black cast. And it's hilarious. Like, it is so funny. It's mostly satire, honestly, but it is so funny. Black people at a PWI. PWI stands for a predominantly white institution. I go to one, and it struggles sometimes, but just showing them get together and all their problems, and also the funniness. Really great show, honestly. Next show I want to talk about is All American. Actually, All American is a CW show, but they do put it on Netflix once the season is over. And so I'm currently watching it on CW every week because I don't want to wait. But you can definitely check it out on Netflix. Season 1 and 2 are on Netflix. At first, I did not think I was going to like it because I thought it was going to be a stereotypical black guy from the hood is taken to the white community and he saves the whole community, all sorts of things. You know what I'm saying? Those stereotypical kind of shows, but it's really not. It is a really good show. It's really football, you know what I'm saying? And it's high school. I wish that Netflix would start having more college-based shows, but maybe I'll just do it. You know, I want to be a producer, so I will just make the show myself. So much to say about All American. I think it's really good. I love the cast. Yeah, very fun show. I love it. Next, we have Good Girls. Now, Good Girls is actually a show on NBC, but just like All American, they put it on Netflix. Good Girls is so good. They're just like these 3 moms who rob a bank, and then they just end up being a part of a gang, and it's so funny. Like, the humor on that show is hilarious. It's so funny. I love them so much. So you can either just go to NBC and watch it right now, or wait till it's on Netflix. It's hilarious. It's so much fun. It is such a great show. I love it so much. Next show I have here is Sex Education, and it's really not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking. It is educational. It's so funny. It's a British show in London or England, or it's in the UK. I love UK shows. They're so good. I want to be that American that you can do like a British accent, like perfect, like maybe not perfect, but like subpar, like mediocre, like pretty good, you know what I'm saying? The way Damson Idris, Daniel Ezra, and Daniel Kaluuya can come up here in the US and do an American accent, and I won't even know. I was so shook when I heard them speak. I was like, innit, you from London, innit? Mandam, you lot from London. I didn't even know. I was shook. Like, I'm trying to be like that. I'm trying to go to London, be on a TV show, and they won't even know that I'm actually from America. Like, that's how I'm trying to be. So I need to learn from them and watch more British shows so I can get my accent on point, apart from it being in the UK. Sex Education is a really funny show. I think it's a really good show, and it's so funny. Next, we have Avatar. We love Avatar. I was one of those kids that didn't actually watch Avatar. Like, I watched a couple episodes when I was growing up, up, but I didn't really watch it too much. I was just so obsessed with SpongeBob. I couldn't watch anything else but SpongeBob. But I watched it. I think I finished the whole show in like 2 weeks or something. Like I binge watched that show during finals too. But that show, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's a Nickelodeon show, but it is on Netflix. But it is such a good show. Once I started it and I was like, this show is so good, I was so mad at my younger self. I was like, how could I not watch this show growing up? I'm so sad that I didn't watch it growing up, but it's okay because I'm here now. I'm part of the gang. It's up there. It really is up there. I'm happy that I finally watched it. Anyway, Avatar, check it out. Next on my list is The Queen's Gambit. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Now I want to learn how to play chess. I don't know nothing about chess, nothing about checkers, but like I would love to learn how to play now. It's such an aesthetically pleasing show as well. I really enjoyed it a lot. It's a limited series, so it's only 1 season, but it's definitely worth it, so you guys should totally check it out. Next we have Mo to the E to the up in the morning, new day is dawning, it's me. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta move on. I did not watch Moesha growing up. I thought it was too grown for me. If I thought something was too grown up for me, I did not watch it. So I definitely was like, oh, Moesha's for big kids. I'm a little kid, I come with Moesha, so I didn't watch it growing up. But yo, Moesha, good show. It's a 90s television show showing the Brandy. Brandy is your favorite artist. All these artists that you looking at right now, they're looking at Brandy. Brandy deserves her flowers, okay? Give Brandy her flowers today, yesterday even. But yeah, the show is so good. It makes me so sad to know that like 3 of them are gone. They passed away. Bernie Mac was on that show. Bernie Mac was my favorite. May he rest in peace. I miss him so much. Like I watched the Bernie Mac show every single day. The way it ended though, what was that? Like what? But they're talking about doing a reboot. I hope they do because we need to know what happened. Like if you watch Moesha, you know what I'm talking about. Like that ending, that was messed up. We need to know what happened now, so we shall see. But Moesha is such a great show. Black sitcom, so great. Moesha is really that girl. Mo to the E to the. Go ahead, stream. Next, we have Bridgerton. Bridgerton. Shonda Rhimes know how to make a show. I'm telling you, she doesn't make a show. I'm sure y'all have all watched Bridgerton, so I'm not even gonna get into it, but it is such a good show. I love the fact that we have diversity. I guess it's diverse. When it comes to the diversity in Bridgerton, I don't understand the point in putting black people on a show if you're not gonna let them speak. Like they're just using them just to say, oh yeah, we have diversity. There's black people right there in the back, but you're not giving them any screen time. I understand Simon is black, right? He's light skinned. You know what I'm saying? But the queen had like this one dark-skinned black girl that was a part of her like people or whatever, her little like maids or whatever you want to call it. And she was dark-skinned, we love that. But like she only had 1 line during the whole entire show. And this other dark-skinned girl, she was there, like she was always around. I think she had a name, I forgot her character's name. But she was there around all the people. She was always there on screen, but she never had any lines. So that's my problem. Like if you're gonna have diversity, if you're gonna put black people in a show and people of color in a show, let them speak. Like why do they have to pass a paper bag test in order to speak? I appreciate having us in the show in the first place, but if you're gonna have black people in your show, dark-skinned black people, give them lines. Or don't even have them at all, because at this point it's so obvious you're just doing that just so that your show is diverse, but you don't actually want them to have any lines. I would definitely be on Bridgerton, but you gotta give me lines. I'm not gonna be one of the background characters just standing there. You gotta give me lines. Anyway, back to Bridgerton. It's a period piece. I love period pieces, so it's just a great show. I'm sure y'all have already watched it, so let me just even start talking about it. Next, we have Greenleaf. Okay, Greenleaf? That show is good. This black family that owns this huge mega church, and it's basically just drama upon drama upon drama. Like it just shows you how it doesn't matter how godly you present yourself. Some of y'all are really fake, but it's such a good show. We love the black cat. It's such a good show. We love the all-black cast. It's so good. And it will have you on the edge of your seat from the beginning till the end. Like, you will not stop watching it. You can't stop watching Greenleaf. It is such a good show. It just ended, so you can watch the whole entire show from beginning to end on Netflix. It's technically not a Netflix original series. It's Oprah Winfrey Network show, but it's on Netflix and it's incredible. So go ahead and watch Greenleaf. Next on my list is Black Mirror. Black Mirror is one of those shows. It's like you really gotta be ready to watch a Black Mirror episode. Like there's some episodes that I'd be having nightmares about. Like I cannot stop thinking about them. Comment down below the Black Mirror episode that has you shaken the most. I think mine will probably have to be White Bear. That one I was like, oh no. The one where, oh I forgot, I'll put it right here, but there's another one that just shook into my core. But Black Mirror is very much one of those shows you gotta be ready to watch an episode of. The one with the bees. That one was too realistic. That one could truly happen. But I think it's a really good show. Next, I have Vampire Diaries and the originals. I put them together as one show because it's all in the same kind of universe. Same with Legacies, but I haven't watched Legacies. I don't know if I want to watch it. After what they did in the originals, the end of the originals, I don't know if I want to watch Legacies. If you know, you know. But Vampire Diaries and originals are so good. Again, I didn't think I was gonna like Vampire Diaries. I really thought it was gonna be like Twilight, and Twilight, I've never watched it and I never will watch it. But no, it's so good. Like, it's really good. It'll have you on the edge of your seat, both the Vampire Diaries and originals. Personally, I like the originals better. That one's my favorite, but I still love Vampire Diaries. Stefan and Damon, period. And then the originals, Klaus and Elijah. I love the originals. I just love them so much. Bonnie deserved better. Let's talk about that. I'm not gonna get into it. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. But Bonnie truly deserved better. That's all I gotta say on the matter. But the Vampire Diaries and the originals, wonderful shows, both on Netflix. And also Legacies is also a good show. I think I haven't watched it yet. All three of them are great, but I personally watched Vampire Diaries and originals, so totally watch those. Comment down below if I should watch Legacies. I probably will end up watching it one day, but we'll see. Next on my list is you, Joe. You're weird. Like, this guy is, he's something going on. Yeah, I can't stop rooting for him. Like, I want him to be better. All over Twitter, I just see a bunch of things like, oh, it's coming back this time, coming back this time. I don't know when it's actually coming back. But You is such a good show. I'm sure you guys have all watched it, so I'm not gonna explain it too much, but it's so good. Like, it will have you rooting for the wrong person. Like, we should not be rooting for him, but I am rooting for him. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. I almost forgot two of my favorites. First off, Cable Girls, Las Chicas del Cable. Let me not speak Spanish. But Cable Girls, oh my goodness. That show will have you on the edge of your seat. It's in Spanish. Don't be dense and not go watch the show because it's in a different language. You are really missing out on a bunch of shows because you won't watch it because it's in a different language. It's based in the 1920s in, I believe, Spain? I think it's in Spain. They're working at a cable company. They had phones, but like, they had the cable girl who connects you to the person you want to call, all these types of things. There's not many love triangles that do it well, but the love triangle, they did it well. Even though I still had a favorite, so I was going back and forth. It ended last year, I believe. All 4 seasons are on Netflix, so you can totally watch it there. And then the last show on my list, which is probably one of my top 10, probably even top 5 favorite shows of all time, is Grand Hotel. It's also in Spanish. This is based in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and they're so wonderful. Like, the love story in the show is great, but even if you take away the love story, there's still so much going on. I started watching this show in high school in Spanish 4, but then they took it off of Netflix for some time, so we couldn't finish the show. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Grand Hotel, where am I gonna watch it? I couldn't find it anywhere. And then they put it on Netflix, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this. I watched it again, and I watched the show I think so many times. Like Grand Hotel is definitely one of my comfort shows, you know. I just go back and watch it over and over and over again. It's just so much fun. I love the stories. Like, it is such a great show. I promise you, you will love Grand Hotel. You never ever get bored. It's not possible for you to get tired of this show. There's not a single point that I was bored. Like, I cannot remember a single time that I was bored and I was tired of it. It just starts off strong right off the bat. And the way it starts, like the storyline that they have in the beginning, I just love the way it evolves. Like, after season 1, I was like, what are they gonna do for season 2 and 3? What else could they possibly do? But it just continued to go better and better and better. It was so good. So yeah, I love Grand Hotel. I always love Grand Hotel. I always come back and watch it whenever I'm bored. I need to watch something good. I'll just go back to Grand Hotel. And yeah, those are all the shows I'm going to talk about today. I still have so many more that are not highlighted that I want to talk about. If you want to see part 2, like this video and comment down below part 2. Also, let me know your favorite Netflix shows so I can totally watch them and check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.